Japan is the land of the rising sun. Actually, the sun rises everywhere, but in Japan it happens a bit earlier than in China, so that's why they call it that. Japan has many traditions and cool long-standing cultural values, but anyone who likes or learns about them is called a trashy weeb. Japan is a volcanic archipelago located in East Asia formed by 5 main islands: Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, Shikoku, and Okinawa, mostly situated in the temperate zone. Japan has 4 distinct seasons, but the climate varies along the length of the country, creating majestic and stunning landscapes like Mount Fuji, Kawachi Fuji Garden, Happo Pond, and Sagano Bamboo Forest. Japan is also a country with a long history, dating back to the Paleolithic era. Humans have inhabited the Japanese islands for ages. This is also one of the least invaded countries in the world, because it's surrounded by sea, and shares no land borders with any nation. Twice the descendants of Genghis Khan sent troops over, but both times they were wrecked by sea storms. During World War II, the Empire of Japan joined the Axis to invade. Other countries got served 2 atomic bombs, and had to drop their guns to sit down and draw manga. Even though half of the Japanese population prefers hugging anime pillows over real people, it is a quite successful country. Japan's population ranks 11th in the world, and they have many virtues worth learning from. Since they are world leaders in producing underwear and adult videos, there are 2 types of people in the world who bow frequently. One is my lover and the other is the Japanese. The Japanese have a very convenient culture, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, like fixing the AC and then servicing the housewife, hiring a tutor and then getting busy with the teacher, or naughty students sitting on the teacher's face. The most characteristic and admired trait of the Japanese is always thinking of others and not wanting to bother them. The crime rate in Japan is among the lowest in the world, around 0.3 per 100,000 people, except for a few rapists and serial killers, like Fukiya Satara, or Issei Sagawa, who put a body in the fridge to eat later. This is a quite safe country. In public places, they always respect those around them, typically on trains. Japanese people keep as quiet as possible. Japanese men are usually hardworking, workaholics, diligent, and have peak bedroom skills. Japanese men often have no interest in starting a family, making Japan a country with one of the lowest birth rates in the world. Instead of women, Japanese men have an intense passion for work and deadlines. Overtime and extra shifts have become a culture in Japanese companies, to the point where the government has to advise citizens to chill, meaning to be less diligent at work. Napping at work is seen as a sign of a hardworking employee. Speaking of Japanese people, one cannot forget the samurai spirit. They were warrior guards of the feudal era, with outstanding qualities, found in the 7 principles that every samurai must follow, that never appears in the list. Besides the image of a samurai committing seppuku, we also have ninjas, who are widely known and loved. Ninjas were mercenary individuals or organizations that once existed in Japanese history. That's in history. But the ninja we know is a blonde orphan with a tail and magic. It's clear that Japanese culture is like an ink wash painting with many unique strokes. Japan is famous for crafts like flower arranging, ikebana paper folding origami, or ukiyo-e woodblock prints. The traditional attire of Japan is the kimono, usually worn during holidays and festivals, and wearing nothing on the remaining days. As for cuisine, Japan is famous for sushi, vinegared rice combined with other ingredients. A bit pricey but delicious. There's also udon sashimi, miso soup, and many other delicacies, like a 6th grade loli in Japan. Making noise while eating is considered polite. If I were in Japan, I'd be very polite, because it proves you're enjoying the food. Before a meal, Japanese people usually say itadakimasu as a thank you to the gods, nature, and the workers who prepared the meal. It's like that legendary kindergarten phrase, "Teacher, I invite you to eat. Friends, I invite you to eat." Speaking of Japan, one cannot ignore manga and anime. From Doraemon to Conan and Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon. Actually, anime isn't just cartoons for kids, and Rule 34 always applies. Japanese antivirus software is always leading in the adult film genre, creating jobs for thousands of people, with many international idols like Yu Amakami or Emi Fukada. Before ending the video to go to Japan and become an actor, let's look at some unique things only found in Japan. First, the Japanese flag has a red dot on a white background, looking like a red dot in PUBG. Exactly, living in Japan is like a survival game, because they frequently endure earthquakes and tsunamis every year. Despite hardships, the Japanese always know how to make the world bow in respect as they fix natural disaster aftermaths incredibly fast, like the 30-meter wide sinkhole in Fukuoka. Japan also has the highest number of vending machines in the world. Not just food and drinks, but they sell cigarettes, vegetables, sanitary pads, condoms way better than those vending machines in Cali that break after the third drink. Third watermelons in Japan are square because they're grown in molds and harvested before they're ripe, mainly for decoration. They don't taste good and the price is expensive as hell. Fourth, Japanese people hate the number 4. It's considered an unlucky number in Japan. They avoid going in groups of 4. Eating 4 dishes in high-rises don't have a 4th floor. They hate Arsenal and never play gin. 5, karaoke in silence. The Japanese invented a special cone-shaped microphone that limits sound leakage. An extremely useful device for Tet holidays. Finally, Japan is a country worth living in, with its beauty and many unique characteristics.